Welcome to our channel, World's Every Country. 5 top-rated tourist attractions in Denmark. Nyhavn is a 17th-century waterfront, canal, and entertainment district in Copenhagen, Denmark. Stretching from Kongens Nytorv to the harbor front just south of the Royal Playhouse, it is lined by brightly colored 17th and early 18th century townhouses and bars, cafes, and restaurants. The canal harbors many historical wooden ships. The northern side of Nyhavn is lined by brightly colored townhouses built with wood, bricks, and plaster. The oldest house, at No. 9, dates from 1681. Between 1845 and 1864, Hans Christian Andersen lived at No. 67, where a memorial plaque now stands. From 1871 to 1875, Andersen lived at Nyhavn 18, which currently houses an Andersen-themed souvenir shop. Christiansborg Palace is a palace and government building on the islet of Slotsholmen in central Copenhagen, Denmark. It is the seat of the Danish Parliament Folketinget, the Danish Prime Minister's office, and the Supreme Court of Denmark. Also, several parts of the palace are used by the Danish monarch, including the royal reception rooms, the palace chapel, and the royal stables. The palace is thus home to the 3 supreme powers: the executive power, the legislative power, and the judicial power. It is the only building in the world that houses all 3 of a country's branches of government. The name Christiansborg is thus also frequently used as a metonym for the Danish political system, and colloquially it is often referred to as Rigsborgen or simply Borgen the Castle. Malmborg is the home of the Danish royal family and is located in Copenhagen, Denmark. It consists of 4 identical classical palace facades with rococo interiors around an octagonal courtyard. In the center of the square is a monumental equestrian statue of Malmborg's founder, King Frederick V. Malmborg was originally built for 4 noble families. However, when Christiansborg Palace burned on February 26, 1794, the royal family bought the palaces and moved in. Over the years, various monarchs and their families have resided in the 4 different palaces. Frederiks Church, popularly known as the Marble Church for its Rococo architecture, is an evangelical Lutheran church in Copenhagen, Denmark. The church forms the focal point of the Frederiksstaden district. It is located due west of Malmborg Palace. The church was designed by the architect Nikolai Eibt in 1740 and was, along with the rest of Frederiksstaden, a district of Copenhagen, intended to commemorate the 300 years jubilee of the first coronation of a member of the House of Oldenburg. The Copenhagen Opera House is the national opera house of Denmark, and among the most modern opera houses in the world. It is also one of the most expensive opera houses ever built at a cost of 2.5 billion Danish kroner. It is located on the island of Holmen in central Copenhagen. The foundation AP Møller og Hustru McKinney Malers Fond til Almene Formål donated the opera house to the Danish state in August 2000. Arnold Peter Møller, 1876–1965, was a co-founder of the company now known as Maersk. Some politicians were offended by the private donation, in part because the full cost of the project would be tax-deductible, thus virtually forcing the government to buy the building, but the Folketing and the government accepted it in the autumn of 2000. Thanks for watching.